like I said, I want to get to some of these IMs because they're good questions tonight, by the way. At any rate, I do have a question for you, and this is one of those ones that you've probably heard this a million times. Back in the day, maybe so much as, I mean, to me anyway, it seems like about maybe like 10, 15 years ago, if it was color and nude, it was porn. If it was black and white and nude, it was fetish artsy stuff. And now I'm glad to see color nudes again.
Yeah.
And my question for you is, what is the difference in your mind between an artistic nude, a fetish photo, and porn?
That's a dandy question. And I honestly don't know that there's an answer to that, because I know what feels pornographic to me, and I know what feels like fetish to me, and I know what feels like an artistic nude to me. And I think one man's art is another man's porn.
Absolutely.
Case in point, and getting back to Robert Mapplethorpe, there was a shot of him, not of him, that there was a photo that he took of a man's torso, and it was shot from the side, and the guy had this raging boner, and it was this incredible, beautiful photograph. You know, not anything I'm particularly interested in, but it was great for Mapplethorpe, and it was beautifully lit, and it wasn't pornographic. But I've seen other images of guys or girls just sitting on a couch shot with a Polaroid that look pornographic to me.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, it's harsh lighting. There's not. It's very, very. I think one of the things that turns that corner for me is when it starts getting exploitive, rather than
explorative.
Instead of explorative, it becomes exploitive. That's a good way to say it, actually. Instead of being honoring the human form, and honoring even if it's somebody who's into getting flogged or tied up, or you know, into a certain kink, you know, then that's fine too. I'm good with that. I just don't think at a certain point that it should be demeaning or exploitive, unless actually that's what you're saying in the image. Right. Then again, it gets into an artistic, and again, it's like I said, I'm stumbling around here because I don't think there really is an answer to that. I think that it's in our minds, you know, what we see. Because I've had people call my art porn.
Of course,
yeah.
No doubt.
So
you know, and I mean, to me, I think the difference is if it's a quick, like, this is just for the sole purpose of, like, somebody's going to jerk off to it.
Right. Sure.
You know, it's porn.
Right. Yeah.
But, like, for instance, I used to try to draw parallels in my head. Well, this is this and this is that. But it's like, for instance, like, you ever check out Nerve.com, for instance, the photography on Nerve.com?
You know, I think I have seen. Well, you know what? Hustler magazine is a good example to me.
They've gotten better over the years.
Yeah, they've gotten better, but it seems a little porny to me because it's real high key. It's in photographic terms. There's a lot of depth of focus. You know, they don't control that. Well, they do control it, but they make it extreme so that every nook and cranny is in focus from, you know, toenail to teeth, and that doesn't feel good to me as an artist.
Well, it's like on Nerve, there was one of they have these blog things, and one of them's for a photographer whose name escapes me, and I suck for that. But he, in his blog, he's got like really, really well done photography of, like, you know, cum shots and full on, like, deep throat stuff.
Sure.
And I mean, basically the exact same pictures, photos, poses, everything that you'd see in a porn, but, like, the lighting is like a deep blue.
But it's really,
you know,
well
and
done.
It's like zoomed in,
Yeah,
like,
there you
and
go.
I'm just like, wow, and it's just,
you
know, that kind of stuff is like where I go, okay, well, fuck it. I mean, I've got
a beautifully
lit,
lit pearl necklace.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah,
that kind of
stuff.
Yeah,
I think that's fine. And
so you would think basically just the amount of, like, this that goes into it, probably.
I think so. I think the thought behind it, the control of lighting, the control of depth of focus, you know, what lenses did he choose to use to shoot something, where does he intend for the viewer's eye to be drawn in the photograph? And I think again, I'm not a huge porn fan because it's too much information for me in a weird way. So I don't know if that makes sense or not.
Well, I know I've got a porn background. Like I've been doing porn sites for the past 5 years. So
and
I've been on both sides of the thing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
and we were talking about that earlier too a little bit. That it's the girl next door who is more attractive than the collagen and plastic and all that we see a lot of.
Yeah, absolutely. What would be a good camera for someone who's just starting out photography? I don't know if that's
good question. It depends entirely on budget, and it depends entirely on what they're planning on doing with it. If it's just I'm going to take it on vacation and take pictures.
All right.
Then
how's about this? Has all manual controls.
Is that an ELF? What is
this? Is a Canon PowerShot.
Yeah, the PowerShot.
We got all manual focus, manual controls, manual everything.
Perfect.
I don't know a fucking thing about it. 4 megapixels.
Great.
This is pretty good. It's like $150 or something.
Perfect.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it depends. That fits your budget and also fits your pocket.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I got it pretty much because all the manual shit. I was like, if I ever learn anything, I can use it.
Well, that's a really good thing to say too. Is that if you think you're going to grow with photography, then get one that can be all automatic or also manual, because that way, as you grow, you can work with things. Yeah, but if you've got the budget, get the most camera you can for your budget.
Do you like the Canon, the Digital Rebel one?
Digital Rebel's a rocking camera. Yeah, they make
kind of in between the both of them. It's big and,
SLR, you can have interchangeable. Yeah, well, if you can get a camera with interchangeable lenses, then that's obviously the better way to go because you have better optics. But at that point, you start having to carry around lenses, and do you want to do that? Depends entirely, again, on what they're going to use it for.
All right. Now this guy's written a novel, and it just disappeared. Oh wait, no, it didn't. Excellent show, great questions and informative answers. I hope this makes one to the clip section. Earlier, Mr. Helms mentioned lighting and moment as 2 key components of good photography. While moment must bear a certain feel, I was wondering if he might share some tips for encouraging or invoking it, and also any pointers on lighting techniques for different applications. And I pretty much covered the second one.
Consent.
I guess, yeah. Do you have some tips for encouraging or invoking the moment? Throw something at them, light their hair on fire, anything?
Well, they got to be comfortable. Your subject always has to be comfortable, and people, particularly if they're shooting nudes or some kind of fetish or a B&D or an S&M kind of thing, your client has to be comfortable. And I don't mean physically comfortable, but emotionally comfortable. You might have them tied up and they're uncomfortable or whatever, but they feel very vulnerable when they're in front of a camera, and you have to take care of that ego. You have to, tell them they look nice, or at least find something to speak positively about, and always, always, always keep the session positive and upbeat. Have music playing, offer them something to drink. If they're drinkers, give them something to drink. So it's
I'm gonna
really
become
important.
A woman. All this fucking pampering.
Oh
and shit
yeah,
is starting to sound nice. Like, what the fuck?
That's right.
I swear to God.
That's good.
So this good person says, so basically the difference between porn and art is how the viewer's mind see it. I think, the difference is how you as the viewer see it, and I think probably, I hate to speak for you, but I'm assuming is basically when you're shooting it, if you feel cheap and tawdry in your head, then you're like, well, this is porn, I don't want it. Is it kind of like that? Or if you feel good about it, you don't give a fuck what they say. Depends on if I'm kind of in a cheap and tawdry
mood, When I feel sort of cheap and tawdry, I sometimes kind of like that,
Right.
So,
fair enough.
Yeah, tawdry's good. That's right up there with
cheap and crappy. I don't know, like, I guess basically it passes your internal quality filter. Where once it gets out to the public and you're proud to show it, as far as you're concerned, it's not porn. If somebody says it, fuck them, they don't get it. Is that
right?
Kind
well,
of
there's a whole section on my MLH website that a lot of people find pornographic, and I'm sure you know which section I'm talking about.
The CT. What's that stand
for? Camel toe.
Oh!
and all of it.
I was sitting there going like clitoral torture.
I couldn't think of what to call that section because I've
Cut tops. I don't know. I couldn't think of whatever. Yeah, camel toe. Good one. Yeah, it's good.
And it was the only thing I could think of.
I would love the show though.
But yes,
it's a shame. But I don't know. Again.
Well, and some people are very offended by that. But I've found that so many women thought that part of themselves was ugly, and I went, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's beautiful, and you need. Yeah. You want ugly? Let me show you ugly.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, seeing the twigs and the berries. No, it's the shape and the whole thing.
Yeah, they're beautiful, and so I try to shoot them as works of art, and it seems to be going okay.
I would say so. Yeah. I'm a fan. I love.
Well, I'm a fan of them anyways.
Yeah,
you know.
And that's the thing. It's one of those things as a guy, and I don't know.
I wouldn't
hate to
say I've
your
never
art
seen
like this, but as a guy, when I see like artistic, really erotic artistic photography, this is what I love about fetish photography. Is to me, it's kind of like it's okay that I'm aroused by it. Like I can be aroused and then still fake like. Oh, but it's also good content. So I can take the chick to see it, you know, or whatever.
And I tell you, it's funny about the whole arousal thing is, in shooting it, it's not erotic, but I can look at my own photos later and go, "Whoa, that's hot." But in shooting it, it's not. You know
what? I will sit to the side with two signs. I'll hold one that's erotic and not so much, and then when you kind of get ready to. Right. 10 minutes. No, I got that. Yeah, I got you. I'll just hold up. I'll have two signs. One that says erotic, one that says not so much. And then you'll look, and when you get ready, just look over at me, and I'll go like, rock,
okay.
That's
perfect. I need that in my studio.
Well, I'm just trying to help.
You're there for me.
Anything that'll get me, on the set, just, you know what I'm saying. What is your policy, and/or what is the industry policy on sleeping with the models?
Yeah.
Because everybody, I'm sure, asks you that.
Everybody wants to know that.
So, which one of these girls are you banging?
Yeah. Say no more. Wink,
Do you? What is the general outlook on it?
I have to.
You don't have to name names.
Well, I wouldn't. I never kiss and tell. But I tell you, this really odd thing is, somebody asked me that just last week, and I always just go, I don't do that. But I looked back at all of my pictures, the nudes on my site, and to try to find someone I'd slept with, and I couldn't find one. I've never slept with one of my models.
All right, again, if these models are feeling really like afterwards, like I'm all flustered, give old Mitch a call. I'll come over.
You'll come over and do the deed.
I will do the deed. Yeah. I know that because you got the photographer conscious.
Yeah, I keep hoping that might happen, but
they're just gonna be like, you are an amazing photographer.
Yeah, I just need to throw you down right now.
And that hasn't.
No.
I'm so sorry.
No. Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's people that encourage.
No, I did say the nude.
All right. Fair enough.
To answer your question, no, that's not paint. She just had really bad skin, Mitch. And, poor thing. She was a leper.
Right.
And I got her out of the colony just for one day to shoot, and we had a little.
You got a red one and a blue one.
And dip.
Isn't that right?
That's actually a facial mud mask that I put on her, and then let it dry.
Same thing with this?
Yeah, same thing with that. Those are actually the same session, and I just changed the colors in Photoshop.
Let's see here. This is the lovely Marina St. Mark, who I hope is watching.
She's
photographed so well.
She's so beautiful. And I'll tell you about her. She is beautiful to the core. I've never ever heard or seen anyone who has anything bad to say about her. And if they do, I'll club them.
On that list, I've not said or heard.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Good friend and everything. Yes.
Yeah. We just had dinner.
Yeah, sushi dinner.
Sushi dinner. Yeah.
I was supposed to go to dinner with her at some point. So
yeah, you should. She's great dinner.
We used to have the lunches on Sunday. We'd have a little brunch action, but it's been a while.
So lady. That was again. This is choice of lens.
This is what you're looking for in an ass. Separation line.
Yeah. Well, and that I painted her silver with some body paint from Navy's makeup salon, and then these are some really heavy-duty handcuffs that my friend and fellow photographer Perry Gallagher lent to me, who's a genius photographer too, and
fan of his work as well. Yes.
Real fan of his work. Yeah. And this is a wide-angle shot, close-up, shooting up at her, because I wanted to accentuate her butt and the power of the cuffs in her hands and all that. They might get a kick out of that one because
I like it. She do all her own hair stuff.
Yeah,
somebody come
yeah.
in and do it?
I did her hair actually, of all things.
Wow, look
Isn't
at
that
you
weird?
go.
Yeah,
Nice,
I don't
job with
normally
that.
do hair, but I just got. I just
wild hair up your ass.
I got a wild. I wanted to do some little twisty stuff.
All right. If you could just kill, we have one more we want to look at. The Trish 1236 right down there, and the one where she's. No, wait. Next one. Oh, just one back.
Oh,
and there we go. There. That's
I just thought that would be kind of amusing because of her toes. People freak over her toes.
Wow, yeah, she does bend them. Look at that.
Yeah, it's got
crazy
the monkey toe
action
going,
on
and
there,
and her butt. She's got a great ass. So.
Well, that's why I was saying.
Yeah.
It's like you're doing what's going on.
I love the guy that wrote on next to that photo on my website. Wow, captivating eyes.
You're like, she's got eyes.
She's got eyes.
All right, we are unfortunately out of time. We still got 10 IMs going, so I'm going to send them all to your website. You really need to build up your MySpace page too. We'll get.
Oh, I know. You know, I just started that last week.
You don't even have a picture up.
No,
what the hell's
nothing.
going on?
I'm lame.
Michael. All right, Michael Helms.
Pleasure,
thank you
Mitch.
very much. Aural Salvation. This is MLH Photo would be the website. MLHphoto.com. Also MichaelHelms.com.
Yeah.
And if you forget either one of those, you can go to auralsalvation.com or myspace.com/RevMitch. Thank you for watching Aural Salvation. I have something interesting planned for tomorrow night.